Hello everyone, welcome to the third and final part of the Aquaculture series through Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Today, we'll be discussing the process of transfer, HNG process, and boxing segment. So without wasting any more time, let's get started.
And we have our transfer process as well. So for that, you can see the from location we will be selecting from which location we are going to do the transfer. So we will be selecting raw material chillers 1 we had received where that, and then the next option is hook. So if the hook number is also specified, we can select that. We have our tub option, then we have the pallet option, then we have two location. So to which location we are going to do the transfer? Let's do to loin grading and packing one, where we will be doing the next production process. So once it is done, we will select if we have the hook or if we have the pallet, we have tub number or tier number. Once the details have been entered, we will click on create order button. So create a transfer order is created. We will be selecting what type of item we are transferring. So if it is of normal or it is of frozen nature. So two types of fishes are there, fresh fishes and the frozen fishes is there. So we have selected normal. Then what we need to do, we will scan our keyword tag that we had printed on each and every fish. It will be there. Then we will click on the scan tag. Our details are added here. Then once we have scanned all of the fishes tags, we will click on the send lines button. So what it will do, it will create our transfer order and update the lines on our transfer order. Once it is done, we will click on the confirm button. On clicking on confirm button, our transfer order will be posted and our transfer will be made. So here you can see, for example, I can show you the entries here. So this shipment and transfer receipt entries are made. So from RM Chiller, a skipjack tuna item for 74 kgs was transferred to loin and GB location. Okay, transfer receipt is there and shipment is there. So this is the transfer process that we do. So that means our raw material is now available at the production location for consumption and for making of the output.
Okay, so now let's move to the next step. This is pretty clear. You have done with the transfer orders.
Yeah. So next process is, let me go to the home screen here. I want to exit it. Next is HNG. So what happens, HNG, they pick the fish, okay, and they just remove the head and gut of the fish and pack it and sell it to the customer. So what we will do, we will select our production location here, that is HNG production, and click on create prod button. So on clicking on this button, our production order number will be created, and then what we will do, we will scan our fish tag of the raw material, then detail will be shown here. We have our reject button. If the fish by any chance is not up to the mark for production, then we can reject the fish. We will select what type of grade was the fish output we are producing. Then we have two options here. You can see search sales order, search sales line, and then we have the search output item. So basically what the process is, if the customer or the sales order is confirmed, so basically they have two type of processes. In the morning only, they get the confirmation from the customer that we will require this type of output for this much quantity. They basically start the production based on the sales order. If it is available, then we will start directly select our sales order and what type of output we are going to make. Or if we don't have the sales order confirmation, we can just simply select our output item, whatever output item we are going with, and then proceed to capture the weight. We will be entering our weight, what weight of the output is there. Click on the capture weight button. So on clicking on this button, our consumption entry will be passing. Okay, once it is done, we will click on the post button. So On clicking on post button, our consumption and output entries will be posted on item ledger entry. That means we will be consuming 45 kgs of raw material to make 45 kgs of output item of HNG.
So basically here we have both options for the production, make to order and the make to store.
Yes, we do have that option. So
Please proceed.
and on clicking on post button, what happens? It creates on clicking on post button, it creates the output, as well as we have the functionality to print the tag on this button only. So once post and print is happening from the single button, and our HNG production tag will be printed as well. And by chance, if the tag is not up to the par, then we can reprint the tag from here as well. So this is the production process for HNG. And similarly, we go through the loin, we go to the primary cuts.
Can we see some production order in the dynamics also?
Yes, I can show you that. So you can see a separate tag has been created, and let me go to production orders. There we can see multiple type of production orders are there. So for each and every production process, we have separated the production orders process wise. So HNG, loin, primary cut, secondary cut, byproduct. Then we have frozen as well. And if we are doing the reprocessing, we have created a separate production order. And if the waste processing is also there, we can do that. And we have the select production orders. So select, just to give a brief information, the select means we are assigning the output to a sales order. They have given the process name select. So basically item assignment is happening here. So let me show you a production order. So I have clicked on the HNG production order, and let me show you HNG, the recent one that has been made. Let's do this one. It's black. Okay, so this is a production order. Our number is automatically created. Then we have the user ID through which it was made, and what was the creation date of this order. Then you can see this is the lines. It is the output lines that all of the data is updating from the Android app only. So item category comes from the output item card. In the parent category is there, due date is there, description, on what location this output was made. Then we have the quantity here, the unit of measure, what was the finished quantity, and the unit cost amount. Then the grade that was given at the time of production. The yield is here. Then we have the size range, what type of size range this output item falls under. Then the user ID, and Android user ID is also here, through which Android user has made this done this production. Then we have the QR set IDs. So each and output also gets a separate QR set ID as well, and the type of product code, what type of production has been done. So if it is fresh or frozen. So this was for output lines. Let me show you the consumption lines as well. So what we need to do, we need to go to components. And for this output item, we will be saying what is the consumption we are doing. So consumption we are doing of raw material item number 1, that was yellowfin tuna. And what was the consumption quantity here? Okay. Then the QR set ID of that consumption item. Then we have on what location this item was present. So this is the consumption details that is also flowing from the Android app. So this is the production order details. If I show you for byproducts, we have the select screen as well. So select, basically what happens here, we will be selecting on which location we are doing the item assignment. So let's do line and grading. We will click on create prod button. What it will do, it will create the select, you can see here, it will create a select production order. Okay, and then what will we do? We will simply scan our tag of the output item. We will select to which sales order we are going to assign that item. We will be selecting our sales order from here. Then we will select our sales line to which item we are assigning it. Then simply need to click on the assign button.
Basically, this function is for the reservation. If we have produced any product related to a specific order, then this is the assignment where we can reserve those inventory for the respective orders. So yeah, can you also showcase us the boxing packaging process
Yes.
on the diagram?
Yes. So boxing happens once we had done the item assignment. So only our item assignment is done, we will start our boxing process. So let me go to the boxing here. For boxing, we have a separate screen. So basically what we will do, once the item assignment is done, we will be calling, the print will be done for product label. That comes with customer details and the output details as well. So here we will be scanning our label and all of the details will be coming. For example, the customer number, customer name, what was the kg or the weight of the item. Then we have the item number. All of the details will be coming. Simply we will assign what is the box number we are giving it. Then we will we will select what is the total weight of the box. We will be doing multiple scanning of the labels. That means in one box, we can pack multiple items. So basically what we need to do, suppose for example in a box we are packing 10 items. So 10 times we need to scan or click on this scan button. What will happen, you can see here QR ID, item number, net weight, box type. So all of the details will be updating here line wise that whatever item we are scanning. Once it is done, we just need to enter the gross weight of the box. So for example, gross weight, once all of the boxes items have been scanned, was 12 kgs. We click on the capture weight button. Once that capture weight button is done, we will be posting our box, and box QR set ID will be created, and then we will click on the print label button. Once it is done, our box label as well will be generated. So if I show you here in the Business Central, this is how a box that has been posted looks like. What are the details that are coming? So we can see a box number that we had assigned will be coming here, the date on which it was boxed, then we have the time at which it was done, then we have the box type or box code that we are packing it in, then we have the gross weight of the box, that box number of pieces, that means how many number of pieces have been boxed or packed in that box, the net weight of the box. So you can see the difference here. This is box weight and the gross weight. So this 4.6 and 5 indicates 0.4 difference is for the packing material. So when we are doing the boxing, we also consume the packing material. So for example, gel pack and gel and ice cubes to keep the fish fresh. We add the packing weight as well in the gross weight. So once it is done, you can see the user IDs are here to keep the tracking. And then we have the box QR set ID. So separate QR set ID to the backtracking we have for box as well. So item details are also coming here. You can see the item details here, item number, and what was the quantity of that item, the QR set IDs, and you can see here item assignment entry numbers, production order number, production line number. So basically it also shows us that this particular this particular output number, through which production order it was made, what was the production line number, and what is the sales order that we had assigned it to. So to this 114 sales order number, we had assigned it to Ledico Food Do customer, and which sales order line number we have assigned it to, and what's the customer number. So far this is for boxing as well. and we have different type of boxings. One is of fresh boxing and one is of frozen boxing. So this is for boxing here as well.
Tell me one more thing, that do you, if we have to provide these snowflakes to the fishermen, do you do that, and how do I calculate that as a overhead cost on my purchase?
So for that, we will be going to our purchase invoices, and once our purchase invoice is posted, we make two documents here that are called fish perquisites. Okay, so let me show you. In purchase invoice, we have a fish perquisites tab. So whatever extra things or materials were given to the boat vendor to do the fishing, we can see here. So ice box, if it was provided, if ice money was provided, if water was provided, if black meat was provided, and if fuel was provided, we will enter the details here, and we will do the charge item. So item charge will be done, and we will be selecting, since this is okay, this is not open. Let me open purchase order.
Anyways, I mean, I got the point. That's okay. Just I got this point. So you mean to say, from the purchase order to the sales dispatch, you are generating the complete QR code and linking the fish to the sales order, right, to the end customer.
Each and every output that we are selling to the customer, backtracking can be done, on which date it was received, through which production it was made. Each and every backtracking can be done here.
Okay. And
even what is the beauty? Beauty is you can also track one by one. I mean, from the one by one pieces. And in terms of you want to just track in a lot wise, then that is also possible through the mass QR code.
And have you done any devices integration during this process?
Yes, we had done it for weighing scale and printers.
Weighing scales, level printing, and the camera integration is there, where whenever we are receiving the fishes, then we can capture the photo of the fishes. So automatically the camera can take the picture and it's gonna save into the database.
Yes, so you can see you just need to enter the IP address and port number of the weighing machines and the zebra printer and the camera, and basically click on the save. And this print button is for testing if the printer is correctly connected or not. And this is the weighing machine. So we can do a third-party integration as well.
Okay. And if I'm catching the fishes from the cages or the tanks, that can also get captured for the backward tracing, right?
Yes.
You can do the forward traceability. That will be possible. If you want to do the backward traceability, that will also possible. Even we can also track if we have produced the byproduct, so we can track against which receiving we have produced such a byproduct. That can be also traceable.
Yes, batch number is allotted in case of byproducts. So we can do the batch numbers and do the backtracking from there. We can do that as well.